Old habits die hard, and the Unihertz Titan Pocket is one of those old habits. So, we finally have it. It seems like the only QWERTY smartphone for 2021 wasn't the much anticipated 5G Blackberry, but a follow-up to the Unihertz Titan, which we have here in the Unihertz Titan Pocket. This is by no shape, way, or form a standard smartphone that you see from most companies today. It looks and feels unusual compared to most modern smartphones right out of the box. And of course, that's exactly what we're looking for. In your hands, it's more than twice the width of your iPhone, while being about 3/4 of the height. It has a nearly 1:1 aspect ratio screen, and it has that sweet physical backlit QWERTY keyboard, which of course is the reason why we're all here. This is not a 16:9 aspect ratio glass slab. It has a rubberized body, and its minimal height allows for one-handed operation on both the physical keyboard and the touchscreen. So if you've used Blackberries in the past, particularly Blackberries of this size, such as the Blackberry Classic, then you'll feel right at home on the Unihertz Titan Pocket. A 716 by 720 resolution might not seem much, but when you're dealing with a screen this small, text is crisp, and it's the size that allows you to easily maneuver with your thumb or one hand on the touchscreen. And this extends to the upgraded physical keyboard. Much like Blackberries of past, you can comfortably type with one hand on this physical keyboard. And one nice aspect of the Unihertz Titan Pocket is that its added thickness, for me at least, makes two-handed typing a lot more comfortable in terms of wielding the phone and being able to press down on the keys. A problem with thinner Blackberries of the past is that due to the thinness and the fact that the keyboard is located at the bottom of the device, it tended to be a little bit unwieldy due to the balance. But thankfully, because the Unihertz Titan is just such a heavy phone, balance doesn't feel off at all, especially when you hold the phone near the bottom, as typing really didn't feel unbalanced in either one or two of my hands. On top of this, the actual keyboard and the tactile sensation of the individual buttons is, in my opinion, much improved from the original Titan. Depressing the button feels a lot less plasticky, and the tactile feedback is in a lot more of the tradition of older Blackberry. There's no complaints, as sometimes when typing for extended periods on my Unihertz Titan, my fingers would get quite tired as it took some effort to depress the individual keys. But I'm glad to say that the Unihertz Titan Pocket does somewhat address this issue, and the keys are a lot more responsive and easier to type on. And it's this keyboard and this form factor that makes the Titan just such an absolute anomaly in today's smartphone market. Aside from the obvious physical backlit keyboard, you get an actual capacitive home button that also doubles as a fingerprint sensor. This is nice in terms of one-handed operation, as the Unihertz Titan's fingerprint sensor is actually in the center of the phone and makes it a lot more easy to access than the bottom of the phone or the side of the phone like other smartphones, particularly when operating one-handed. To the left of the capacitive home button, you have a physical back button, and to the right of the capacitive home button, you have a physical multitasking button. These are things that of course used to be on a lot of smartphones, but has gradually been phased out. And speaking of gradually phased out, if you look on the top of the Unihertz Titan Pocket, we have an old friend. That's right, a headphone jack. Throw down the gauntlet, because if you have a 3.5mm headphone from way back in the day, you can use it on this device. And it's this, the keyboard, the form factor, and many other reasons why I'm really liking this device. Once I get a few more hours into the Unihertz Titan Pocket, stay tuned for my full review. But for the time being, I have to say that Unihertz has really delivered here, as this is the only QWERTY keyboard that we seem to have for this year, and it certainly fits the bill of previous Blackberries. So, what do you think? Have you managed to get your hands on this unicorn of a phone? Leave a message down below. Don't forget to subscribe, and thanks for watching.